we are as a people inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
All right. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. It is November 12th, 2025. Took a couple days off. 3 days, I think, I checked. One, I was just feeling under the weather. Just been feeling funky lately. Mentally, physically a little bit. Not like sick as a dog, but just feeling a little under the weather. I don't know if it's because it's getting cold. And then, when I don't feel good, like I don't take my ashwagandha and L-theanine like I should. So then mentally I don't feel good. And I don't want to burn out. So every now and then I got to take a couple days off, man. Because it's like, if you're not happy doing what you're doing, the quality will show. And I just don't want to create something and it turn out to be shit. So Sammy's off today. She's running a couple errands. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate to the channel, it helps pay for stickers and all that. Business cards, pens, papers, notebooks, flash drives. If you donate to Buy Me a Coffee, you can message me your address and I can send you a sticker. I have about 4 left. So, I had an idea. So, once these sell and I get enough donations, should I get more stickers? Or I had an idea of bookmarks. As far as like, because I want to give you guys something. Like I said, this is a small channel. I'm not rich. But I do want to give you something in return. Do you guys like to read? Is my fan base a lot of readers? You know, because I thought about Conspiracy Corner bookmarks. Just let me know in the comments. I may do a poll on YouTube and a poll on Spotify. And whatever the votes come out, the option is stickers again or bookmarks. So just let me know. My last day off, which would have been, actually it wasn't my last day off, it was Saturday. I had went to Kroger to get some groceries and stuff. And I picked up 2 decks of cards that were on sale. So this one, you guys know me. So, I'm a witch. I've told you guys, if you're new to the channel, sorry. Hope that doesn't freak you out. You know, some people, that usually turns them off and they unsubscribe. Because for some reason they think that everyone in the conspiracy community should be right-wing conservative Christians. That you're not allowed to be a witch. You know, that's evil. That's satanic. But I do cartomancy. I do tarot. I do divination in general. I'm a collector of occult items. I would say card divination is probably my favorite form of divination. I think a lot of it has to do with, honestly, because of the pictures. In a weird way, I'm a collector of trading cards, so I'm like, I get kind of this 2 birds of 1 stone, 2 different worlds, you know, because I do collect like tarot decks and occult items, but I also collect trading cards, so of course I would be drawn more towards card divination. And the reason I wanted to open these up on the channel is these are bicycle stargazer. So I would imagine for someone who is into Leon Mand, I think is how you pronounce it, cartomancy, and if you're into like astrology, this would probably be a beautiful deck to use, whether you're using it for your own. Here it is, that it's less shiny now. Comes with a little holograph. That looks pretty cool. And occult as hell. If you're into astrology, I would imagine you would probably like this set. So let's open it up and check out what it looks like. You like my knife? Why so serious? This thing is fast too. I use it at work. That, and I keep it on me just in case. So I like to do unboxings every now and then. And there's the promotional. There you go. There's our sponsorship for today, bicycle. So the back of the cards look just like on the box. There's a Joker. And I've done other card opening videos, so you'll have to go check those out. So 2 of spades. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Yes, it has like the space type of atmosphere in the background, but I'm a little disappointed. I thought they would have had maybe constellations, maybe some planets, but it's just a theme. Is that the flower of life? That ties in with like the Fibonacci sequence and shit. See, like these diamonds, you know? Diamonds in different amounts. You could have made them into constellations. That's what I would have done. These are cool, the reds against the black and blue. They're okay. They were on sale. I picked them up. It's not my favorite of my collection. I think the last unboxing that I did was a Rick and Morty and Nightmare Before Christmas card set. Those were really cool. This is just a double-sided. I might actually put that one in my binder because that one's kind of cool. But I don't know. I was a little disappointed with these ones. So I have another deck here. And this one is not bicycle. We have opened cards from their sets before. I have a Ninja Turtles one, I have a Stranger Things one, and I have a Harry Potter one. I really do love this brand, this company. It's Theory 11. And these were on sale too for $6. Spider-Man. And I like Spider-Man. I'm kind of a comic book nerd, so we'll pop these open, check these out. And then we'll get on with the show and get into some subject matter. But, I don't know, I figured this is slightly conspiracy related, and I've done card openings before. I did a Harry Potter, a folk magic cartomancy episode where I opened up one of those decks, oracle cards. Go check out the Cartomancy Tarot playlist if you're into that type of stuff. I have a bunch of different episodes on there. So I took off the plastic. And I'm not going to lie, dude. So it's holographic looking. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm not no homo. But it's kind of cool, dude. You can kind of feel the webs and stuff in the suit. Honestly, like, that's how I would imagine Spider-Man's suit to feel like. And the sticker is the Spider-Man mask. Along with right there. That's pretty neat. These, I mean, I guess you could do cartomancy with these. I don't see why you couldn't, but... Ooh, even the inside of the box is pretty... Theory 11, they always go all out, dude. And their cards are super expensive. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm going to go with... getting these and waiting for these on sale. Like, so there's a Joker, and these ones actually have characters. This is from a newer Spider-Man, so I have no clue. So they have the classic Spider-Mans pointing at each other, that classic meme. Trust your tingle, it says. That's hilarious. That's kind of cool. Each suit has like webs inside of the symbol. And we'll just look at mostly the face cards and stuff. Samuel L. Jackson from the movie. Tired of these motherfucking spiders on this motherfucking plane. I'm guessing that's Mary Jane, maybe? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the newest Spider-Man. But I figured these would be cool just for collectors' purposes. Ace. So, Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Did y'all miss me while I was gone for a couple days? Resting up. Little dude, little boy or something, I don't know. I think maybe that's Mary Jane. This one's kind of cool. He's like shooting webs at the suit. Here's some classic Doc Ock and Green Goblin. That's neat. I think this might have been the time period whenever, I guess they're doing multiverse stuff with Marvel now. So that's interesting. Here's like something holding a squid arm. I have no clue. Here's a new face card we haven't seen. I have no clue who any of these people are. Is that supposed to be Jonah Jameson? That's a cool ace. And these are just the double-sided. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Well, there you have it. There's some new card openings for you all. Like I said, I like to do it on the channel every now and then. Go check out the Cartomancy Tarot playlist if you like watching card openings. Let's get on with the show. Oh, so I did want to discuss too. Another reason I like doing Buy Me a Coffee is, for one, I've been doing this for a decade, so it's nice to make a little money back. Considering I've put a lot of money into this channel. Hell, last week I couldn't podcast as much as I wanted to because I needed a new flash drive memory card for the phone. That cost about $50. But also, I told you guys I would start helping people out. Because I work 40 hours a week. I have a full-time job. I'm not rich, you know, but this podcast is my extra money. And I ran across a situation with a coworker. She's a new girl. And it's winter. I'm just going to say it's winter here in Kentucky because it literally snowed the other day. It wasn't huge, but it was enough that the roads were bad, like the bridges iced up, and yeah. And there's this poor girl. She works with me, and her husband struggles to find work. She's driving a car right now, and the back two tires keep deflating because they were apparently tires off of a trailer. And she's driving around in this truck, and I don't know. I just, every now and then, like God or whatever you want to call it, you know, I just say God because it's generic and easier, was like, buy this girl some back new tires. Because I was asking her, she's like, we can't afford it. I just have to keep airing them up, you know. So, and this isn't me bragging, but this is why I told you guys that, like, I would start helping people with money I make off the channel. And I just wanted to show you guys, I'm pulling out $300 so she can get new tires for her truck, so she can get back and forth to work safely without wrecking her vehicle. And like I said, this isn't a brag. This is just, I believe that, kind of like what Sam Tripoli says, if you're doing good financially and you're seeing someone who's struggling with things, help them out. And another thing too, not trying to get political, but like she's struggling too with like, which I'm just getting her the tires. I can't help her with every problem in her life, but she's struggling too because of this government shutdown shit. Like her SNAP food benefits got cut, so now she's having to pay out of cash. When she's like the only worker, it's like, it sucks, man. Like her whole situation sucks. Like she has an air fryer they use, a microwave, her stove's broken. It's just, I feel bad for this girl. Now she's having knee problems and having to have surgery and will be out of work for a little while. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna help this girl. I can help her, you know. Knock on wood. Unless something really bad happens. That's how it works, though. As soon as you help someone, you get fucked somehow, sadly. But I just wanted you guys to know that you're not just giving to the channel. You're giving to me. And if I see a situation like that, I'm going to help other people. You're helping me, so I'm helping them. It's a chain reaction. It's not a boast. I'm just letting you guys know. So let's get on with the story. So this is an older story, but you guys know that one of my biggest concerns on this channel is artificial intelligence. And that has a lot to do with my father growing up. He was a big conspiracy theorist, a big fan of Blade Runner, Terminator, all that. So I remember growing up with this genuine fear that never really went away. And it's not like an overwhelming fear, but it is, I believe, a healthy fear. I think there is such thing that fear sometimes is healthy. So I deal with this on a daily basis, and it's just humans. Of this motherfucker named Zach Clark, who watches the cameras and micromanages every little single thing you fucking do. And instead of just saying, hey, work on this, he just goes automatically to write-ups, you know. I'm trying to get the fuck out of Clark's. I have 2 jobs lined up that are possibilities. Well, at least one. But I don't know. It's just getting worse there. So not only are we going to have to worry about actual human beings watching cameras and micromanaging, now we have to worry about robots who are going to not only take your job, but if they don't take your job, they're just going to micromanage you and make you miserable, for one, which has never made sense to me, why employers treat their employees like shit. Because it's like, if you treat them good, they're going to work harder and better for the company. For some reason, employers and managers have not figured this out. They think if they treat someone bad and make them paranoid of losing their job, that they'll work harder. No, they usually just become discouraged and just give up and stop working as hard, you know. It makes no sense. I would love to talk to, like, these manager courses and classes, like the instructors, and be like, let me help you. From the other side, let me tell you how this works. So coffee shops' use of AI to improve barista workflow. Why balancing efficiency and service is crucial. Although automation has been a staple of the coffee industry for some time, artificial intelligence is a relatively new addition. This, I told you, man, my throat's been fucked up for like a week, dude. It's not good. This groundbreaking technology can transform roastery and coffee shop operations, improving efficiency in ways never seen before. A recent video which monitored baristas' productivity and total customer visit time proved just how useful AI can potentially be. With access to its technology, business operators can pinpoint exactly where they need to streamline their operations to reduce cost and increase revenue. So, this reminds me a lot of McDonald's, which they weren't using AI when I worked there. I worked there from like 2010 till like 2012. Before I finally got out of there and got into bartending for a Ma and Pa, which I did it for 8 years, and it was beautiful. It ended rough, but it was like one of the best jobs I ever had as far as pay, just enjoying my work, you know. But McDonald's, man, they were all about times. Clear that off the screen, hurry up. Get it moving, drive through, you know, our times are up on drive through, you know, or they were obsessed with times. Oh, man hour's too high, we're not busy enough, we're sending 3 of you home, you know. Who wants to go home? Me, you know. If you've ever worked fast food, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is like watching the efficiency through AI now. So the cameras are just watching. And essentially, to cut to the chase, I watched a little short video on it on YouTube. That's what brought this attention to this story. And I'm like, hey, I haven't reported on that yet. Apparently, it watches how many cups you make, and it rates you with other employees. Like, well, Sarah made 50 coffees during lunch rush. You only made 34. So you're going to either have to pick up the slack, or we're going to have to cut your hours. It's this type of mentality, this type of shit. Yeah, but Sarah's 20 years old and I'm 80. I know, but if age has become a problem, we might have to lay you off or fire you. You know? Evil shit. At the same time, however, the line between optimizing efficiency and providing genuine customer service is a fine one. And coffee shops always need to keep this in mind. To find out more, I spoke to Jesse Hartman, co-founder and host of the Coffee Podcast. I'm not surprised when I tell people there is literally a podcast for every type of subject. I've told this story on my channel like several times, but it's a real short little tidbit. Sammy, one time on a road trip, we have a rule of whoever's in the driver's seat controls the radio. I think it's a fair rule. If you're married, there's some marriage advice. Happy wife, happy life. So she was driving, and she was listening to a podcast about the history of Betty Crocker. And it was the most monotone NPR-style podcast. And I'm thinking in my head, like, you're killing me. But she was loving it. When people want to get into podcasting and they go, I don't know what to talk about, and I'm like, anything, like, it's almost like Seinfeld was such an explosive show because it was a show about nothing. That's how podcasting is. I have 2 podcasts for that reason. There was times, at first my original focus was Conspiracy Corner. I loved talking conspiracies, but there came a time when I was like, dude, sometimes I want to talk about video games or just old stories from my life. So I created Blue Pill Podcast, you know, as a side podcast. And you can talk about anything, you know. I have people who pass up interviews sometimes, like that wrestler. I talked to him the other day and I was like, dude, come on the show. I want to talk about wrestling. And he's like, you don't want to talk to me. I have nothing to talk about. We would bore them to death. And I'm like, bro, no. Like, we could talk about anything. If we go off the rails and end up talking about something completely different, it's fine. Like, there's nothing, I don't know. There's a coffee podcast. Can you imagine? I wonder how many episodes they have, like episode 500, you know, today we're going to talk about Arabica beans, you know. It's crazy. There's a podcast on everything, you know. Efficiency is always key for coffee shops. No matter how exceptional its coffee may be, a cafe will rarely find much success if operations aren't streamlined and efficient. There are many ways to achieve this, but more and more businesses have started to rely on artificial intelligence. Firstly, it's important to distinguish between AI and automation. The latter has been widely used in the coffee industry for decades now and helps improve efficiency by carrying out predefined tasks and reducing manual intervention. So, eliminating humans, jobs, not eliminating. That's later. That's when Skynet goes live. Meanwhile, uses machine learning and advanced algorithms to extract and analyze data, and thereby making decisions without explicit programming. Essentially, AI is much more intuitive and requires less human intervention. And the thing is these managers and company owners probably love this, but it's like, that they're going to come for your job one day too. So when a recent video showcased how AI can be used to track real-time barista productivity and customer engagement in coffee shops, it sparked a fresh wave of interest in this technology and its obvious benefits. It is going to get so crazy though. So right there it said not even just the productivity, but the customer engagement. I guarantee you this thing... The video that I seen on YouTube was showing that it was focusing more on how efficiently and fast you are working. How many coffees are you getting out? And how big of a period of time? But it's going to get to the point where it's going to start nitpicking at, oh, you didn't smile at that last customer. Sarah over here, I don't know why I keep using Sarah. Poor Sarah. Sorry if your name's Sarah. Sarah over here, she smiled 60 times during lunch rush to 60 different customers. You only smiled 44 times. You got to pick up the slack, Beth. Or are you not happy here at Happy Little Coffee Shop on the corner? Are you not happy working here? I'm telling you. Or it'll get even worse, or they'll come up to Sarah one day and be like, You're smiling a lot, but the AI has told us that these aren't actual smiles. So you're kind of faking it, and the AI can tell. So can we work on that? Like, can you actually be happy? I'm telling you, man. And I know I sound crazy, but they're gonna start doing this shit, man. It's gonna get dystopian. So, hang on, let me find my place. So Jesse Hartman is the co-founder and the host of The Coffee Podcast. First launched in 2015. So they've been around for a decade now, if they're still around. The podcast series covers all levels of the supply chain. Additionally, Jesse is a data scientist with over 3 years experience in AI and machine learning. Quote, I like the statistician Cassie Korzakov abbreviates AI from artificial intelligence to automatic instructions, he says. We can use that as a framework to think about how we can use AI to boost barista efficiency. First of all, you need data in any case. If coffee shops aren't collecting data, then good luck applying AI to whatever efficiency boost they are looking for, he adds. Sometimes a model can be trained on outside data, but for it to work in your context, if we need to be fine-tuned at least, but data aside, AI can be applied all across a cafe, but you need to think about where you should collect data. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you work for a ma and pa coffee shop or even a chain coffee shop if you work for Starbucks, which I doubt. If you work for Starbucks, you're probably not listening to this channel because you probably have blue hair, a septum piercing, and anytime I've said any foul word, you probably immediately are thinking of ways to cancel me. But if you do, and you're experiencing this in your field of work, I'm very curious. I would love to hear from you. Hell, I would even do an interview with you, like hit me up in the emails, and I would love to talk to you if you are experiencing the AI takeover of the coffee industry. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you all have an awesome fucking day.